Ray, look around this stadium, Ray. Look around. They're still here. They don't want to go home. You built this place. How does it feel?
Yeah, man, you know, that's the thing. It's humbling. It's humbling because I know it's so many people, you know. It's kind of hard. You got to keep your emotions because there's so many people that's been with me since I was 18 years old. You know, and I'm 37, man. And I've went at it as hard as I can, and these fans has been behind me for every step of the way, man. I can't thank Baltimore enough. I can't thank my organization enough. God is just amazing, and this city is awesome.
See you in Denver.
See you in Denver.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a special edition of the Double H Show. Today we're going to look at the past wild card games over the weekend, and we're going to look ahead to the national championship game between Bama and Notre Dame in a couple of hours. Let's get it started. This is the Double H Show. Hi everyone, I'm back, and we are going to first start off with the Texans and the Bengals, who went at it on Saturday afternoon. You know, many thought the Bengals coming in hot to this football game, and the Texans losing 3 of their last 4 heading into this home playoff game. Many thought the Bengals would take care of business and finally get that first playoff win since 1990. But I'm not surprised at all that the Texans took care of business. Matt Chubb finally got it going, even though he had that pick 6. And of course, Arian Foster was the X factor, 140 yards. He basically carried the team. The offensive line controlled the line of scrimmage, and J.J. Watt and that defense finally stepped it up. One thing they do have to figure out heading into New England is how to put more points on the board. They settled for way too many field goals. Right when they got into the red zone, things halted, and they settled to kick those field goals. And against Tom Brady, 3 points is not gonna cut it. Every time you get into the red zone, they have to punch it in for a touchdown. And I think if they do that, I think if the Texans can score touchdowns and J.J. Watt and that defense can control Brady, I think the Texans have a shot at winning. And of course, Arian Foster has to carry the load again. They have to keep it on the ground. They have to keep control of that football. And if they do that, I think the Texans could stun the world in Foxborough and head on to their first AFC Championship game. The second game that took place this weekend was the Packers and the Vikings. Once everybody saw that Joe Webb was going to get the start, I think we can all say that Minnesota was definitely in trouble. Adrian Peterson was held under 100 yards. The Packers did everything they needed to do to win this football game. Aaron Rodgers is hot. The Packers are hot. They look great. I do like them going into San Francisco next week and beating them. I think Aaron Rodgers definitely has the edge over Colin Kaepernick. And I think the Packers are an experienced football team who felt defeat last year against the Giants at home after getting a bye, and I think this year, getting that first home win, stopping Adrian Peterson, and now heading to San Francisco, I think their confidence level is through the roof, and I think they're going to get it done on the road. As for the Ravens and the Colts, Ray Lewis's last game at Raven Stadium, emotions were clearly high, especially on the other side too for the Colts with Chuck Pagano, but Ray Lewis wasn't going out in defeat. His team got it together and got the job done. Didn't let Andrew Luck punch it in for a touchdown. I think it's a very interesting matchup next week. Peyton Manning and the Broncos definitely are the hottest team in football, but Ray Lewis and the emotion on the Ravens sideline, I just don't think he's going to lose up in the Mile High City. I think he's going to go out either in the AFC Championship or the Super Bowl. I just don't see Ray Lewis losing against Peyton Manning and those Broncos. As for Andrew Luck, had a great rookie season. The Colts have much to look forward to. They have great young stars, a great wide receiving core, and Andrew Luck's only going to get better. The future for the Colts is bright. Nothing to be upset up there. Was a tough defeat in Baltimore, but Ray Lewis and Joe Flacco and Ray Rice, I think they can get the job done against Peyton Manning. They've already seen him enough times. You know, this is nothing new to them. As for the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins, much talk about this game. Should RG3 have been taken out earlier in the game? And I think he should have. I mean, you just see him going back into that door on the field with his doctor over and over again. And you're like, how is Mike Shanahan still playing this guy? You have Kirk Cousins, who came in for you late in the season, got the win against Cleveland. He proved he can play the quarterback position. I just don't see why you don't go with him at the time. Even though RG3 got the 2 early touchdowns, after that he started to struggle. He started to limp, and nothing looked right on the Washington sideline. As for the Seattle Seahawks, boy, did their defense step up and play great. And boy, did Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch handle everything on the offensive side. I mean, they played terrific. I really think they're going to be a tough team to beat down in Atlanta. Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons have their hands full. I do like the Seattle Seahawks to win on the road again. They prove they can win against RG3 on the road. Everybody said they were a great home team, which they are, but they finally got a road playoff victory. And now they're going into an Atlanta team who's had a bye week. And Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch and those Seahawks, they're hot. Pete Carroll is a great coach. He's done great things in Seattle. I just think they're going to get the job done. So it's going to be a great divisional round. I'd say the wild card games were a little disappointing. Nothing too close. The Texans and the Bengals game, although the Texans couldn't punch it in the end zone, the Bengals were able to keep it close. And outside of that, nothing was too close down the end, down the stretch. The teams took care of business. No really big surprises. I look forward to a great divisional round next Saturday and Sunday. As for the national championship, tonight 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN, Alabama against undefeated Notre Dame. A.J. McCarron versus Monte Te'o. It's going to be a great matchup. But again, as I picked last year, I'm going to pick them again this year. I like Alabama. I know they're the favorites, and I like Alabama 28-13. I think they're just going to pour it on Notre Dame. I think the SEC power, and A.J. McCarron is going to go to work with T.J. Yeldon. Those two are just going to dominate this football game. I like Alabama again to win a national title, and for Nick Saban to get his 3rd at Bama. Roll Tide! And that'll be it for the Double H Show. I'll be back again soon. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Double H Show.